I had a stroke, and I think it was from a prior military injury. I fell out of a helicopter, and they believe that's what caused the stroke. I had it in the pons part of my brain, base of my brain, and I had about 10% vision in my right eye. Was on all sorts of pain medicine for the pain, for the headaches, for the dizziness, and in just a week and a half, I don't know what it's done. I don't have a headache. I have not took any of the medicine for a headache in a week now, and I'm riding my bike twice a day, doing almost 15 miles a day, riding a bicycle now. So something has worked on the physical side also.
Wow.
So that was the secondary side that I really enjoy. The nights when I would sleep, I would try to sleep in the same room with my wife, but as soon as she fell asleep, then I would immediately go to another room. I was afraid to sleep with her. I was afraid to sleep in the same room. When the kids wanted to sleep with me or lay with me, I was afraid to go to sleep because of the way I would wake up. I would wake up in what I called my bad place. I would wake up back in combat somewhere. And I've been to so many different places. I never knew where I was going to wake up at, but we never traveled to nice places. And as a sniper or special operations, there were some bad things that of course we had to do. Since then, my kids, like I said, they come this weekend, and they actually fought to see who could sleep with me. And I slept on a bed with one arm under one child, the other arm under another child, and my 2-year-old on my chest, and was by far physically the most uncomfortable you could get, but it was by far the best night I have had. And I have slept through the night, and I have yet to wake up anywhere. I've dreamed of my kids. I dreamed of my father. It's been great. So I've actually, now I can wake up refreshed. I have so much more energy. I didn't even know that you could get this much energy. What I would normally do is, if I got 45 minutes of sleep, that would be extremely long. Most of the time it was 30, 35. I'd look at the clock a lot of times and it hadn't even changed. And I'd get up, I'd roam the house. If I heard anything, of course, I had to go check it out. I wasn't just up. I went outside. I checked every little creak, every little sound, everything. I had to go check. I had to see what it was. I have always sat in restaurants and did not know why I did this and never really realized it. I would go in. I had to sit with my back to the corner. Of course, you would size up everyone in the room. You knew where the exits were. You would size up the vehicles in the parking lot to know which way they were parked, if they were backed in, if the car was idling at the curb with someone sitting in it. Normally, people would think that was someone going in to see what the waiting list would be like in a restaurant. Of course, with a combat veteran, you wouldn't think that. You would start thinking the worst. There's a saying that you prepare for war, and you always think for war. And that is exactly how your mind works. Of course, I would think that somebody was in there robbing the place or something similar to that. A broke down car on the side of the road, most people would look at it and would think, oh, someone broke down. I'm thinking, no, it's an IED. A piece of trash that's laying in a parking lot, people would look at it, and normal people would look at it and just see it's a piece of trash. Of course, I'm thinking it's hiding something. Pieces of concrete that's been repatched. I'm wondering why it was repatched, if there's something that's under there. Those are the things that you really contend with. Never could sit with anybody behind me. For the past 4 nights in the class, I have purposely sat in the middle of the room just to see, and I have not had a bit of problem with anybody. And we've had new people coming in that I have no idea who they are. Not the second thought with them sitting behind me. It's just amazing.